And we're live. We are YouTubing and we are StreamYarding. Thank you so very much. Sorry for the breaking transmission. There was also some misunderstanding, and the technician, stroke producer, we still don't know what we're doing. We're not pretending that we know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing with all of this that we're doing now. So please bear with us. My apologies. So please go over to come over to MetaViews. Come on over to MetaViews and check out what we have to say tonight. All of you. And those who are on already, go share it and get other people. Come on. Michelle, you are in the studio.
I am. Sorry.
So why? We are live. Why are you in the studio? Anyways, yes, we are. We need to share this thing. So let's get the sharing going, please, so that we can get on board. So, anybody on with us yet? Join us, share, comment, pass it on, do something. We have a couple of things we want to talk about tonight, and so we just want to get right into all of it if we can, or some of it, whatever of it we can find to get into. So as I was saying to you before we had that break, and I apologize for the break. Today was the third day on the stand, being cross-examined by the defense lawyers, P. Diddy lawyers, and today Cassie was doing her third day, and there were times when it was very emotional. There were times when things were said that never been heard before. And she did break down a couple of times. She is indeed pregnant. And it has been, you could see on her face that it was kind of heartrending for her. And it was one of those days that, some things that she was trying to manage. So I don't know if any bombshell came out of it. Some people might find some things that they would call bombshell. I don't know if any bombshell came out of it. She sobbed a lot. She talked about how she didn't want all the things that happened to her, and she recapped some moments between she and P. Diddy about their relationship, 11 years on and off relationship. She spoke everything about talking about the things that bothered her. One of the defense lawyer asked her a question that was quite. I was trying to figure out why I'm asking her the question, and I think I figured it out now. The question he asked her was, did you agree with the freak-offs, or were you instrumental in the? He asked her, did you ask for the freak-offs? Have you ever asked for a freak-off? And how she answered was quite curious. She said no, but there's much more to that. She started with the no, but no, but it is much more than that. She also conceded that yes, she did. She was involved in some of the bringing together of some of the male escorts, male prostitutes, them who were an integral part of the freak-off. So it was an interesting day. There was a lot of repetitions about things, as I said, a lot of crying, lots of back and forth about how she feel and all of that. And the defense is trying to paint it as of course, as a domestic matter, but also try to paint her as somebody who was ambitious and loved the limelight and the glamour and the fame and the money that comes with it. And she loved it. I mean, on and off for 11 years and getting beaten and beat out and freak out. I don't know. There's a saying about us women that we tend to, when it comes to abuse, women is always given the benefit of the doubt, because there is this thing that people are afraid of their abusers. People are so afraid of their abusers that you don't want to leave because you're afraid. And while that argument could be made in many cases, in people like Cassie's case, I don't know. She's a talented singer and has appeared in a few some a few little appearances in a few little C-list or D-list movies. She's not a non-talent person. She's a beautiful woman. I mean, Cassie was Cassie when that's why P Diddy hang on to her for 11 years. Cassie was, well, a catch, so to speak. And she stayed. The guy that testified on Monday, the guy Israel Flores, who was a security guard at the hotel when that videotape was released, that him beat her up. Well, him same asked her a number of times, do you want to report it? Do you want to file a report? You want me to carry her somewhere, so on and so forth. And she also refused. I'm watching this trial very, 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 very closely because while P. Diddy is a monster, a really, real disgusting guy, based on all that we have seen so far, and it appears to me that he's unrepentant about it. I am still baffled by the fact that she stayed, for the money and the fame and the opportunities and her career, and now she's on the stand of a court crying. So there we go. So I'm resting tomorrow, and she will take back the stand on Friday, and I'm sure the defense will continue to examine her. So I want to just say that. So let me just say, how everybody doing? Everybody over by Royal Jamaican channel, good? Watching from there. So something I can know there. And those who watching and live here now and Meta Views, welcome. I trust you're all good. So stay tuned and share the live and invite other people to come on because we're going to have some fun tonight. I saw a video earlier today, and I don't know who did the video, but it was a video of somebody doing a video of Michael Phillips' constituency office being locked up, and it looked dilapidated, the location of it all. And when I saw the video, the person who sent the video to me, Michelle sent the video to me, I think Michelle sent the video to me. I said, yes, it's Michelle. And we began to have a conversation. And I was saying to Michelle that this thing where the candidates for the GLP, like Damian Young, I don't know who did the video, and I don't know if it was done on his behalf or just generally on GLP behalf. But when I saw the video, an idea came into my head that these candidates going up against these PNP MPs must understand that when you're going after them, you must go after them, do it half-heartedly. And Michael Phillips, there's a lot of things to go after Michael Phillips about, and Damian Young must not be fickle and afraid and timid. You have to go after him. What kind of constituency office is that? Locked up, look dilapidated, the place look dead, and we're in an election year. We must go after these people. So Damian Young must put up him socks. Buy a pretty socks, Damian. Buy one pretty whatever color socks. Buy a set of pretty color socks and wear them and make people see them. And go out there to talk about all the things that you're supposed to talk about as an opponent. I'm not saying that you should not disrespect anybody, but you really shouldn't disrespect the sitting member of parliament, because that's a position that you want to hold and you want to have the respect of the people and the country as well. But you must go out there and you must define the MP. You must tell people things about him that they don't seem to know. You are trying to win the seat. You have to come make a difference, and you have to come up with something new or things that were being whispered about. You have to now start talking loud so that the general public can hear it and breathe it in and put that in pipe and smoke it and find out what are going on. Because I'm sure the people of Northwest Manchester would like to hear some things. I mean, we don't really want to talk about those things right now. But there are a lot of things to talk about Michael Phillips' failings as a member of parliament, but also as a human being and a man, as a father, as a husband. You can talk about their feelings. This is politics. You don't just talk about the policies. You have to also define your opponent. You have to define your opponent. The same thing goes for Mr. Ives over in South Manchester. You have a wealth of information out there which you can use to redefine Peter Murcutt, slumdog millionaire that bunting. A wealth of information and knowledge that you can use to redefine him and tell the people of South Manchester about him. Things that them probably don't know or them hear it, but they want to hear from you because you're the candidate. You seeking power. Go down there and redefine these people. Well, you can be on Buntings at different level now because he's not a sitting member of parliament. So you can't chat about kind of crap about him because I'm sure I'm going to talk crap about you as well. But you know, you have to try as gentlemen who wants to sit in King Charles III Parliament. You have to try and keep it at a level. You can't be me. Because me not going to parliament, we can't do anything more. Me not going to parliament. If not going to parliament at all, so I can pretty much do anything I want. I said the damn thing I want. I can cross lines. But you have to, you know, since you're seeking office, yeah, they'll cross all the lines then. But there are whatever lines you can cross. Some of them are blurred. So you can just muddy them up and make an impact with the voters. But there are things that the voters need to know. And you are the opponent, Mr. Ives. Mr. is the opponent. Damian Young, you are the opponent. Go redefine them, man. The man need redefinition. The people of Northwest Manchester must understand what has Michael Phillips done for them since he has been member of parliament, what he did not do. And in redefining him, you can make reference to the fact that it's time you get a member of parliament with a better, stellar personal life record. You know, you can make those points without being nasty and rude and disrespectful. You don't have to be me. Go and make those points without doing that. The same thing with Rhoda Crawford. She has to also make the point, make the case against Donovan Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell is the lowest of men. And Rhoda can go as a nice, beautiful young woman, can go make the case against Donovan Mitchell. There's one case that she could also make about him. He was the first one to come out and give interview to the newspaper to say that money is tight and them don't have any money. Now, as I said to the war room from time to time, from ever since he made that statement, there's one of two things going on. Because I do not believe that argument about them don't have the money. I do not believe it. Let me look at something here. I do not believe that argument about them don't have the money. But for him to go out and say and said what he said, I am saying that maybe him just saying it because if the PNP people them asking for money and them don't want to give them none. So maybe, just maybe, that's what he's doing, telling the country that them not have the money. And I don't know if telling the country that them don't have the money, if that will work. Maybe him just saying all of that because he don't want the PNP people to come to him for the money. I think that's what he's doing. Him is a mayor. How can he not have any money to walk up and down and help people? How can he not? I mean, this is an election and he is the mayor. He's supposed to have money and walk up and down with to help people. He can't just say him not have no money and put it out there that the money not come in yet. Basically to tell the PNP people them say, we don't not get nothing until election announced. Now PNP people, we know no idiot, you know. Trust me, no idiot. We not go sit down there and make them tell us some foolishness about the money not coming in yet and the people don't give them the money yet and all the rest of it. It's a ploy. It's a ploy to not give no money. Them don't want good no money for spend right now. Them think they should have any money right now. Them don't want to spend none right now. Them want to wait until election announced before them start spending the money. So I'm saying to you, PNP people, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Go out there and ask them to give you the money because it's a lie them I tell. A lie them I tell. It's a blatant and outright lie them I tell. Blatant lie. So you all must just go out there and ask them for the money. And Rhoda Crawford need to define him or redefine him. There are so many things in his own personal life that she needs to redefine and mention so the constituency can hear about him and hear about what he's about, and she don't have to be disrespectful about it because he is the mayor of the city. So she don't have to be disrespectful. But there is a way of pointing out the flaws of your opponent without being disrespectful. There is a way. You don't have to be disrespectful. You can go there and you can just simply point it out and say, this is the man who wants to be a member of parliament, and then tell people about him. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. You just have to find a way to do it. I'm trying to set this thing up. So, you know, so all of you, Damian Young, Rhoda Crawford, and Mr. Ives down in South Manchester, well, go to redefine the man. Go and tell people why them should not vote for them. Because it's two jobs you have to do. You have to tell people why they should vote for you, and then you have to tell people why they should not vote for the other guy. And you, all three, you have excellent opportunities to go out there and tell people why they should not vote for these people. And you can't be afraid to do it. If you don't be afraid to do it, you don't need to go out here. Because you don't seem to understand that this is a different kind of politicking we do, you know. Where you must not be afraid to redefine your opponent. In the United States, man drop out a race because man find out say man have two women or three women, wife and all them kind of something there. Man drop out a race and man find out some man beat him wife. I mean, look what happened to Herschel Walker. I mean, him got beaten in Georgia in the Senate race because them find out a lot of things about him. Your personal life as a candidate is not off limits for the voters to know about. Your personal life and your character is part of who you are when you're going to a constituency to represent people and to say to people, give me the chance to become your member of parliament. Now, Danny have a whole heap of weapon against Leighton. Danny have a whole heap of weapon against Leighton. The first weapon Danny have, Danny can walk around a whole heap of picnic. Danny can just walk everywhere and just pick up picnic and go walk up and down with them and talk to people. So that's Danny's first weapon. Danny's second weapon is that this man is a deportee. Him get beaten, him come back over there. So, which Mr. Hives also have against the slumdog millionaire. Go and make the case to the people. The people not dumb. The people are smart. They know what they are about and they want you to come and talk to them. Don't take nothing for granted. Do not take any chances on that. But when Danny ready to go to Leighton, Leighton not going to stand up to when Danny ready for him. Danny, I hope Danny go on now and about a wait. Because you must understand that our political information filter these days, it is quick, it is fast, it moves fast, but it stays. It doesn't leave. Even when there is new information within the next 5 minutes, that information stays. You put it out and you keep repeating it. That is how it's going to work. You have to keep repeating it when you put it out. You know, you put it out, you repeat it over and over again so that people can understand, say, this is the man who wants you to vote for him. And Rhoda can make that case against Mitchell, as well as Mr. Hives against Bunting. And we have all the information we need. I'm sure we gave you everything. We'll have it out there. You just need to pick it up and go wrap it up in a package and find it in your own way of delivering it to the voters, giving them information, because information you're providing voters with to give them a chance to make informed decisions. That's all you're doing. Nothing else. So you don't have to disrespect nobody. Don't cross that disrespect line. Maintain a level of respectability, because all of you want to go to King Charles III Parliament. And when you say some things, you can't take it back. So maintain the respectability, but put it out there. Let people hear you talking about certain things, that some values that you have and some things that you believe in, and that somebody just broke something. I wonder how I'm going. So just put it out there. And it will come natural to you. Now, I want to say that I didn't want to say anything about the North Central St. Andrew thing. The JLP must not become the Rise United that is sitting inside the PNP. If you have a system of participation for the people of North Central St. Andrew, and you have candidates who are vying for position, you must not circumvent that system because you have a particular thing you want to achieve. Because if you had intended for that system not to work, then you should have fixed it from the beginning to make sure that system work. And the first thing that you should have fixed in the case of Mr. Chang was to make absolutely damn sure that whatever you depend, Mr. Samura depend it too. That's the first mistake. Is that it's not the GLP seat, it's Mr. Samura's seat. But never tell me that it is Mr. Samura's seat, is that Funa's seat. And if Mr. Samura decided to run for the PMP, he's going to win because he did it already. So the first thing that Mr. Chang should have done, and apparently probably attempted to, I don't know, because I don't want to get into the GLP internal wranglings. I try to stay away from that. I'm just saying that if you have a system, you must make that system work. Don't be like the Campbell man holding them. Let the system work. But if you want to circumvent that system, because it's politics, and we know sometimes leadership have a preference about some things, then you have to start from where you need to start from, the correct way and the correct path that will lead you to circumvent that system entirely. And the whole thing would have been settled. Kind of like when PJ used to do things, you know, he was a wily one, you know, as a politician, and Bobby Jones just step aside and Omar Davis just gets out St. Andrew, things like that, you know, because they wanted Omar Davis to be Minister of Finance. And there was no fuss and quarrel about that. Bobby just take a back seat and get where to get and go in the yard, and that was the end of that. So I'm just saying that it looked kind of untidy and messy, and it doesn't bode well for the image of the JLP. The projection that for seats like for other seats where you have had contests like South Manchester, and you have had good contests and Westmoreland, and the contests end, and people are always upset about the contest because when your side lose, you kind of vex and you get a good chance to you know, quarrel a bit. Unlike those seats which are not necessarily solid seats for the JLP, but also not necessarily seats in the 32 that you're counting, you allow that process to play out. But this one, North Central, you should have taken care of it long time ago, because it started when Mr. Samura said that, I might not tell him same now run, I want to just announce it. And that is where it began, by not giving him the due respect that he is due, that he is entitled to, and not showing him the ultimate poobah respect. Samura is a poobah. You know, you show him ultimate respect. He is a don. He is a big man. He is the man. You know, and he might gonna leave him seat. He must be allowed to feel that he is the one who's choosing that person. And there's a whole of machinations and political wranglings behind the scene that has to take place with the gamesmanship and all of that. But Mr. Samura was heard from the first time, and things have gone downhill. It's not as messy as the PMP ones have been, but it's getting there. So maybe now the only thing that left to be done, you know, is that Mr. Samura just run back, call it a day, and then let them go fight after that. I don't know. Not getting involved myself in that, but because people from the constituency called labor rights. And some PMP were love Mr. Samura, and some man who deal with up there. You know, and but not like the mess. But the people don't like where it's at now, and all of it. So we need to get it out, because one of the things that give Mr. Samura such Dan Corleone status in North Central St. Andrew is that when Mr. Samura started out as Member of Parliament for North Central, you know, Mr. Samuda's strategy, he told us this when he came over to the PNP very briefly. He told me this. And it was the year that I, as the YO leader, introduced PJ at the conference, I believe. And he told me, he said that you just go talk to people and build relationships with them. So Mr. Samuda is a classic member of parliament, like Mr. Siaga, who build relationships and establish long-lasting connections with people. And it now have nothing to do with whether them get road or who get water and the things that voters quarrel about. It has simple to do with building relationships and establishing long-lasting connections. And it is those things that sustain politicians like Mr. Samuda and Mike Henry, you know, and Mr. Siaga and those people. And Portia too, before she left. It is building relationships and establishing and maintaining continuous connections that grow. And when that kind of connection grows, your power is cemented. And that is how all of that went. So I only need to just settle down and stop trying to effort this thing, because we're at the point we don't know. I'm going to try to effort up what I'm possible. Seriously. So now, we had to go back over the Darlington conference thing, because you can't even begin to imagine the amount of things that Mark Golden said over that conference that just needs to be, was to visit it and dissect it and unwrap it a little bit or a lot, just to see where this man headspace in. Had a discussion today with some Christians. Now we have some Christians that have this church where them use patwa. The Bible is patwa for them. I don't even know what they mean, but they come visit us pretty regularly. Like I like to have discussions with them. I'll 7-8 of them just come and them in the yard and we talk and them read some Bible verse in a patwa. I like to hear it. I don't like that, but I like to hear them. Simply explaining scripture to me, and we have discussions and stuff like those. And I asked them how they feel about having a Jewish prime minister, and they were shocked. I mean, they were blown out of the water. He man Jew? Oh, I didn't know he was Jew. Yeah, he was Jewish. And I realized something when they left, and that is, we have to start talking to the Christians. We have to start talking to the church leaders, the evangelicals, the deacons, and yes, the pastors. But we have to start talking to the Christians, because we are a Christian nation. Damian Crawford made it absolutely clear, backing us up, that we are a Christian nation. But then Shalene came down here earlier in the evening, and this thing fall down and broke up. I'm trying to fix it by Shalene to help me. And Shalene heard me on the phone talking to somebody about Mark Golden being Jewish. And Shalene is a devout Seventh-day Adventist, religiously. Every Saturday and some days in the week, Shalene down at church, down at the Boulevard, Seventh-day Adventist. And when I came off the phone, Shalene said, the man we are running at the PMP. And I said, yeah, I'm not Jewish. And Shalene got her face, So I said, you're going to vote for a Jewish man? She said, no. So I realized today that we have to start having conversations with Christians. And all of you candidates, I'm talking about JLP candidates and who want to unseat some people like Bunting and Leighton and them people there. We need to visit all of the church and all of the constituency. I mean, not about waiting election announced. Start with church. If there's a prayer meeting, now keep got prayer meeting. Prayer meeting keep on Wednesday and Thursday in most churches. If there's a Bible study, I go and go up there. The young people have a little thing going up there. Go to church, man. Go to church. Go talk to the Christian people in our Christian nation about the fact that there is a probability that they all could go out and elect a Jewish man to be prime minister of the world in a church. We're not communicating with people. So now, my job just extended to church going and church talking. I never go, but me know a whole heap of church people, a whole heap of pastors, because we don't church the church people from this year. No matter who they be, them come, we entertain conversations. And we have an opportunity to talk to people. So no need for God church, man. All I know, need to talk about yourself and just go to church. We said that man Michelle have a church. Rhoda for go up there, but talk to the Christians them. Go up there one day, Rhoda, when Donovan preach. Now go talk to the Christians. I'm up there. Tell them about your Christian faith. You know, and how much you believe that, you know, God is the Father and Jesus is the Son and the Holy Ghost, the Holy Trinity. Go talk to them about that. Go talk to them about the birth and the life and the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Go on, Rhoda, and Mr. Ives and lovely, handsome Damien. Go talk to the Christians. We need to have discussions with Christian people, because the Christian people don't know that Mark Gold is a Jew. The Christians don't know. So you have PNP Christians who probably go to church every day on Sunday, the whole of them, dress up and go out pay things, and New Year's Eve night, who them catch up themselves and left them there, the community empty body each of our church. Because them want New Year's Day to catch them at church. Them need to know that they are Christians and the man who them proposing to be leader is not. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the Jewish people wouldn't want us Christians to lead them either, which is right. So this is an argument that needs to be elevated to the Christians and to the young people. Oh, I told my son-in-law about it today too, and him grin like an idiot all the time. So I can imagine that when him down at the bar tonight, they're going to be having this long discussion about the fact that Mark Gould is a PNP leader, is a Jew, and boy, mommy say we're not going to vote for them. You know? So that is, you know, that is happening. That is happening, and we're going to talk more about that. In one of the clips that Mark Gold was down at Darliston, giving him address. In one of the clips, he spoke about, I don't ready for the video yet, Michelle. He said that, this is what he said, and I was going to play it, but just give me a minute. He said that all them doing is cutting ribbon, running around, cutting ribbon here, there, and everywhere, giving the impression that good things are happening. Let me repeat it for you. You're going to listen to the video, you're going to see him. All them doing is cutting ribbon, running around, cutting ribbon, here, there, and everywhere, giving the impression that good things are happening. Play the clip, Michelle, please.
This is a puppy show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people. If you have a government that is about themselves, fooling the people about choosing Jamaica when all they know how to do is choose themselves, I'm warning Jamaica, don't let that happen. Because this is a chance to make change.
Michelle, just play about the clip. The cutting a ribbon, and then end it at the cutting a ribbon.
Show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And come.
Now, if there is ever a time that you know that this man don't mean Jamaica no good, this is that time. This is that time. It is like Mark Gold is the lionest man I ever meet on the face of the earth. But every now and then, not often, but every now and then, whenever he has a microphone in front of him and a Vevezula down the back, there seems to be a young devil, the devil youngest son, or the devil middle son, who itch up behind him, whispering in his ears and say, Your hours, you belong to it. Say that. Say that. Say that, no man, yeah. Say that. Say the man one and cut ribbon. Say that. Because I work for the devil. So every now and then, some things come out of him. And the devil just push him and tell him. Running around, cutting ribbons. Here, there, and everywhere. Giving the impression that good things are happening. And what are those good things that are happening that he's saying to you not happening? What are those things? The first thing is, before I tell you some of those things, is this. Him behaving as if him telling you that you're done. Every time him open his mouth, every time him open his mouth, him telling you that you're stupid and you're still black slaves because you don't know nothing about nothing. So basically, him saying to you that if we have a new school, no ribbon shouldn't cut because you're a buffoon. Now, everywhere in the world, ribbon cut for all kinds of things. And some of it, every time we have something major in the world, a ribbon get cut. I was trying to find out in the 70 years that Queen Elizabeth was queen for, how many ribbons did she cut? Nobody can give me the answer to that. Nobody between she and Prince Philip. Thousands. Them cut ribbon for shelter for dogs. They cut ribbon for animals who are on the street and open up animal shelter. Them cut ribbon for veterans, new facilities for veterans. Them cut ribbon for a facility somewhere down in York some years ago when a man discovered that he had good skills, found some old car on the sidewalk, take them up, start fix them, and sell them for little and nothing to poor people when they have no vehicle. Prince Elizabeth went down there, opened one shop for him and cut a ribbon because it's a damn good thing. So him telling you that ribbon of a cut when good things are happening, because he know, he must know that ribbon only cut when something good happen. Ribbon was cut. There are about more than a dozen Holocaust museums and memorials all across the world, particularly in Europe. There are more than a dozen Holocaust and memorials, things where they build in places like Krakow and down in Poland and all other places that the Jewish people suffered at during the Holocaust. And they build a lot of museums and memorial to the Jewish people. And every single one of them, including the one that was opened this year or last year, in March. Is that the last year or this year, March? It was opened in the Netherlands with a ribbon cutting ceremony. With a ribbon cutting ceremony, every damn thing. When 9/11 happened, when they reopened the World Trade Center, we had big ribbon cutting ceremony. As a matter of fact, there was about 7 or 8 tractors surrounding the new building with big ribbon on them when they cut the ribbons. What is wrong with this man? Why think the whole round is stupid? Because he can't ramp with me. He think the whole round is stupid. Especially those in the room, the small classroom down by Darlistan, thinking that is that a big thing to cut ribbon? It's a big damn thing when you open a BPO, which is a call center for some young people to get more work. It's a big thing to go open it and bring a big scissors. Well, they bring little scissors. They should really practice to bring big scissors. Get a big hell of a scissors and cut the ribbon. It shows that there is progress. When there's a ribbon cutting ceremony, it shows that something good just happened. Something good just opened. Even if it's a shelter for street people. Queen Elizabeth went and opened shelter for plants that kind of they were not growing in a particular place in England. And one teacher, one horticulturalist teacher, got together some students and they found earth, ground, a good soil where these plants can grow. And they did it. Queen Elizabeth cut a ribbon. because it's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing. You open a memorial honoring World War II veterans, World War I veterans. None of them no left now. The one of them dead off. But you're honoring their memory and their sacrifices. You build something, you put their name on it, you cut a ribbon. You go down to Washington, where the plane hit the Pentagon. There is a memorial. There was a ribbon cutting. In New York, where 5,000 plus people, firefighters, died, there was a ribbon cutting to memorialize them, to remember them, to place importance on their sacrifice. So running around here, there, and everywhere, cutting ribbon, if that is what Mr. Wallace is doing, shows that there is progress. Things are happening. But him say it to make you, the black people, feel like it's a bad thing and nothing now happen. He did. The way he said it is because he has no respect for your intelligence. Him telling you that them running around here, there, and everywhere, giving the impression that good things are happening, when in truth and in fact, good things are happening. That's why everybody are cut. It's an indication when you cut a ribbon that would just build something good or would just start something wonderful. It is lasting, it is historical, it is revolutionary. Sometimes it is just plain old nice. Nice. I was at the opening of Emancipation Park. I was at the opening of Mandela Park. It was wonderful. We had a ribbon. Now them cut it because it is something good. But this Jewish man who don't even seem to want to honor his own heritage, because for every museum and memorial that was built to memorialize and remember the suffering and the death and the atrocities of Hitler, to remember those who died, every single one of them had a ribbon cut in. So I know that is something good, but if you don't think you know, that is why I'm saying it. If don't want you to think that is a good thing, but it is a good thing. Even at graduation now, when something good happen, or them presenting something, them have like a ribbon around it and them cut it. It is an indication of renewal. It's an indication of progress. It's an indication of things going good. This is a good thing. So this is what we're doing. The National Housing Trust, they had a ribbon cutting. When Digicel came and built them big headquarters downtown, there was a ribbon cutting. Why? Those are major, major things happening to our country. That is why we had a ribbon cutting. The man beating up ribbon now. That's where we reach. That ribbon now is a big thing for him. Ribbon offend him now. Big pretty blue ribbon, green ribbon, red ribbon, white ribbon, all kind of ribbon offend him. What's wrong with this man? Who advised him? But nobody advise him. Nobody advise him. It's the devil he work for. The man should go be a convention center. Ask Mr. Bartlett, there was a big ribbon cutting, all kind of thing going on here. But recently, and I think, and this is where I'm going on with, recently, Mr. Holness not only breaking ground for BPOs with him shovel in him clean pants pretending that he might dig dirt. Because we know him not digging the dirt. Breaking ground. That's how it works. The leader of the country got to break ground, push a shovel in the ground and put him foot fight and pretend somebody dig up dirt. That's how it works. Get a picture. But ribbon cutting ceremony is to open BPOs that employs hundreds and thousands of young people, giving them first start. BPOs is the modern day version of McDonald's. Yeah, there are hardly any big stars or people who have made it who will be able to let them start at McDonald's. A lot of people start at McDonald's. So BPO for the Caribbean is like McDonald's in the United States. It's a wonderful thing. But then there is also the housing that Mr. Holness have been handing out to people. Now think about it. Think about this damn buffoon man who don't have a clue about us. But somebody tell him that he's going to be prime minister. And his only contribution to our country is to continuously beat us down and to tell us that we are still slaves and we don't know nothing and we shouldn't talk English because him a talk patois and we should talk patois. You know, back if you watch those slavery shows and you see the white master come up and him backing the slave owners. Hey boy, you want to go dancing and jiggy boy? Would you want to get some crits and some grits and some, but I'm kind of think again, the color thing, huh? And that's a white man mocking the black slaves on the plantation. Come here, Toby. What you having for dinner? Grits? Yeah, and collard greens? And trying to talk like black people. It's a mockery. It's a damn mockery. It's not to elevate us, it's always to degrade us. And every time him open his mouth is a mockery of us by now telling us that cutting ribbons is a bad thing. The man saying that when you cut a ribbon to open a place that is now going to employ 2,000 people, it's a bad thing. Pretending. Him say that's something happening. Well, let's see what's going on with that now. So, Mr. Holness went and Mr. Holness handed over the last house that Mr. Holness handed over was to a double amputee by the name of Herman Bryan. He's the last person to have gotten a house. A man with a double amputee. I don't know if he's both feet or both hands. I don't know which one of it is. But that's the last house. Then there was a beneficiary from Southwest St. Anne. There, Diana Allen from Central St. James. I want to big up them people there. Big up Mr. Herman Bryan. Anybody know Herman? Want to link him up there and tell him so we are big him up. Him from Southwest St. Anne. I was glad him get a house. I was glad that Mr. Holness come down there and cut the ribbon and make a big deal about him house and him take picture and him can send it to show people. See them come give me a house. I would have a ribbon. Them would have a big ribbon. I will cut it. The Prime Minister cut it and give him a key from the house. Black people don't deserve those things in Mark Golden's mind. Don't deserve those things. Diana Allen from Central St. James. People from Central St. James don't know Diana. Bigger up the food, because I'm sure there was a ribbon and she get her house and the ribbon cut and she get her key. Maybe the key that bought all a ribbon too. Make a ribbon of every damn thing. Maybe we need to tie a ribbon on my head. And then there was Rosemary Johnson from Southeast St. Catherine who also got a house. And we had ribbon cutting. Ribbon cutting. And this man walking around down a Darliston talking about ribbon that we cut. This thing look like it. Talking about ribbon cutting and chiding the government. Saying the government is a puppy show government. It's a puppy show government because I'm a walk around a cut ribbon and I hand out things and I help people. And the last cutting a ribbon Mr. Holness did today was over in Morant Bay. But he got cut big ribbon and open big urban center. I want to understand me, people. PNP people and JLP people. I want to understand me, This Jewish British white man is saying that we should not cut a ribbon and open a place because we don't deserve that. Why? We are black, we're slaves. Why are we not cutting ribbon? We don't know nothing about ribbon cutting. That's a white people thing. But not cut ribbon and walk over there and pretend something a go on. Yes, something a go on. Big thing. And don't want it go on for you. Don't want it go on for us. That man and don't have dance that talk about what bad man. No, but that's a bad man. That's a bad man. When you talk about bad man, is that in bad man, Mr. Oldness for cutting ribbons? Because him don't believe Mr. Oldness should be a ribbon cutting man. Him think maybe him should be cutting ribbons. The man is against ribbon cutting because ribbon cutting means that something good a go on. You cut a ribbon, it means that something just build. You cut a ribbon, it means that somebody just got something big. You cut a ribbon, it means that somebody's life just got better. Him can't stand it. Now that a bad man. So Mark Golding, bad man, Mr. Oldness. Very, very bad man. And so, him no want a ribbon cut. So him a quarrel about ribbon cutting. And then, after I'm done, quarreling about ribbon cutting, he went on to talk about Danny. The disrespect that Dayton Camera came into my constituency, my mother's constituency, and demonstrated a high level of disrespect, not only to the member of parliament of the constituency, but the member of parliament who happens to be the prime minister of the country. And him come down here with him dirty, nasty pig self, and him behave like a pig, a walla in a mud. Disrespect. But then, with this little clip from Mark Golding, I now come to the conclusion that is an inherent thing between him right hand and the juggling. So him right hand and the juggling come down here, come disrespect the prime minister in his own constituency, him right hand and the juggling, and then him go down a dial stand to introduce him right hand and the juggling and start to a word for the sitting member of parliament. You have an MP? Never hear him in parliament yet. I'm able to have an MP. Michelle, do you have that clip? I don't know if you have that clip. Did we queue up that? I don't know if we queue up that. Did we? Did I don't know. But if we didn't, we should really get it. The man was there in Danny constituency, and Danny could burn some, that is, Danny need to light some fire under them, you know. The man came into Daniel Lawrence's constituency, which Darliston is a part of. And this is the man who wants to lead our country. And he went into the member of King Charles III Parliament. He went into the man's constituency. And he couldn't show no respect to the man. Another MP, never hear me in the Parliament yet. Degrading the man. Degrading the duly elected member of Parliament. Darliston will never stand for that. Seriously, Eastern Westmoreland, who don't think that you come in a constituency to come talk to whoever you talk to, because very few people that listen to you. But they really never take you on. And you come debase and disrespect the member of parliament, talking crap about if you have an MP, you have an MP, Christ man, of course they have an MP. But your disregard for black people, your disregard for our struggles, our heritage, how we think, how we behave, it galls you. You can't stand it. That you have to struggle and beg us to accept you and like you. Because we should have hug you, because this is supposed to be your place where you control for king and country. Can't stand it. You can't stand it, you can't chat to it. You can't stand it, so we'll come out and call you all kind of thief, dirty, lion, white, Brahman all the time. Can you imagine me hungry? Back then was this, but we can't call it that now. You thief and lion, white, red man, you white man from England. Yeah, you attack. You can't hang with. You can't chat to me. You know nobody. You can't chat to me no day, Mark Jefferson. I can't call you anything. You can't speak to me. Because now's a good time to exact some revenge for your ancestors and what they did to my ancestors. The man got out of Daniel Lawrence constituency that the people of Darliston contributed to voting for him to make him the member of parliament, questioning them. Another MP suggesting that one does not exist. Me never hear him in a parliament yet suggest that Danny is not qualified to be in parliament and maybe Danny can't talk. That's a whole heap of suggestion he's making about your member of parliament, Eastern Westmoreland. A whole heap of thing that he's suggesting about not only a member of parliament. You don't even realize it. Because I'm sure somebody in that room in a PNP shirt voted for Danny. Because quite a few of them voted for Danny. But him not only disrespecting and questioning Danny's authenticity and Danny's legitimacy, in questioning yours as well. Asking you, did you vote for somebody? Because I'm one other way to put this. So they didn't vote for somebody? Well, how could have voted for that man? That's basically what I'm saying too, no? Because in right hand of the juggling, back him up by saying that we don't want an MP where we shouldn't have the MP where they are backbench, we don't need an MP where minister. So two of them are real simpatico, are really in right hand of the juggling. Because them are back up them one another. He might question Danny's legitimacy as a member of parliament, suggesting that Danny do exist, and suggesting that the people who voted for Danny maybe them stupid. And then in right hand in the juggling, I tell the people that you need an MP who will be a minister. But we know that the people of Eastern Westmoreland knows that all they need is an MP who not messing around with underage picnic. All they need is an MP that them can trust with them children. All they need is an MP that never run from somewhere else because them vote him out and come there. The people of Eastern Westmoreland know that. But Daniel, I forgot to remind them, this out of order, raw, white man, gone under the man constituency, I question the man legitimacy. Another MP, never hear me in a parliament yet. I'm sorry, I never get that clip so that we could have it play it. Yeah? I'm sorry. Man in there, I question Danny's legitimacy as a member of parliament. But tell you, people, this country have a decision to make. I would better think about it very, very carefully. It went on. And I want to go back to this point. I said it on Tuesday. But he went on to talk about himself. Like him, this is about him 50th tour, they would call it. Talking about himself. Somebody tell him that he should go and he should remind the people of who he is. Of course, not who he really is, but basically the little things that women do. He spoke about his failing businesses, about him businessman acumen. He talk about going to school with James Roberts' sister. I don't know James Roberts' sister, but if that is true, you need to tell him to stop calling him. You really shouldn't have this Jewish white man call him name. And he went on to talk about the dirty politics. Mark Golding is a corrupted man. In mind corrupt. Every part of him corrupt. In bad mind about what black people have achieved. I want to know, come take it from us. But then, him talk again about the results of the elections in 2020. And I want the PNP people, them, Michelle, you share this? I want the PNP people them to understand this, you know. Share it, man, let them understand. He spoke about the 2020 election results. He said the results were very poor for us. Talk about him 3 years as MP. Him said when he became the leader, he was just an MP for 3 years. The PNP delegates elected a man who is just an MP for 3 years and barely a member of the PNP. I don't believe that he's a member of the PNP. I don't believe he is. They have to prove it to me, but I don't believe he is a member of a group in the PNP. Talk about how he just became leader after being 3 years. And barely in the PNP for 10 years. Barely in the PNP for 10 years and became leader. And he was lamenting that it's during that time that he became leader. And he made reference to the fact that we performed very poorly in the 2020 elections. A reference which suggests that this man is soulless, have no sense of regret, don't have no sense of anything to do with what happened before 2020, 2019 and 2020, from 2017 actually. But what happened in 2019 and 2020 that led to this defeat? I have to remind you that is them do it. They did it. Him, the slumdog millionaire Bunting, Leighton, side chick Nick. No, I'm not supposed to call her that. Sorry. I'm not supposed to call her that. Nikisha Burchell, Garnet Roper, whole host of Manchester people and Scotty and all of them. They are the ones who did it. Got together and decide that them never get the leadership, so they're going to mash it up. And they did. There are videos with Mark Golden endorsing candidates. And he wasn't party leader. There are videos with him talking at places, basically endorsing too. They went out of their way to make sure that the 49% that voted for Bunting understood that they're not supporting Peter Phillips and the PNP in 2020. They made it absolutely clear that they weren't going to support Peter Phillips and they want the PNP to lose. They backed up the candidates that they wanted to win. Colin Fagan, well, him lose. Leighton, him lose again. And then big bad leader, him lose. And him still a lose. Him a losing mind now. Out there doing all kind of thing. Trying to see if he can get back some traction. Trying to see if he can get back himself into some. He's not the man anymore. He's not the man anymore. Mark now talk about him. Him lose too. And most of them lose their seats. While they were busy. And here's one of them lose their seat. While they were busy undermining Peter Phillips and the PNP. And him have the gall to go in a Darlistan and talk about the results were very poor for us. The results that happened because of his and Bunting's orchestrations and machinations to get power. And they are the same set of people who did that in 2020. And now they're telling you that after they did that, you must not give them power. How would it be real stupid buffoon PNP people if we don't give them people the power? After they did, we can't do without the power. We don't need it. Him being prime minister don't mean nothing for you. Not a thing. But maybe the good Lord is going to, I don't know. Maybe God has the same plan that he had for America. Maybe God has said to him, all right, and that's what I want to see there. And the F around now, go find out. See that? Yeah, see that? Maybe, or maybe, God did that as an example for us to take heed to. Maybe. We don't know. Because God is in the midst and God is doing all of this. And talk about down there that he want the private sector to take on the training of our people. I don't know if we don't understand this thing, you know. We don't understand this thing. The voters of this country, all of them that listen to this, we don't have this little proclivity about, you know, where every now and then we don't get up and talk about, we're tired of the man, you know, we're going to give our next man a chance. There have hardly been an opportunity or a circumstance where you look at the political landscape and the economic landscape of the country and you say, boy, every time that something good is about to happen for poor people, we decide to look vote out the government. Why don't you realize that? Every time that something good happen to poor people, something good, something big, we go to the poll, I want to vote out the government. Is a little backward thing we want to have. I don't know if it's down the training from back in slavery days. We want to have that thing about, you know. And I'm telling you tonight, we can't do it this time. We must not do it this time. We can't make a white, British, Jewish man prime minister of this country. We can't do it. We mustn't do it. We know how to do this. We know what him is about. Many of you don't even like him. Maybe you have good reasons to. But none of you say, yeah, suffer. Things are going for the country. All kind of things are going for the country. The country's on the right path. And everything going good. So I want to play this clip for you. And then say something to you about it. Michelle, the clip when talking about not the true Jamaica clip. The clip when talking about the world is in a crisis or something like that. If you have that. Yeah? Here things are going in the world.
Puppy show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people.
Don't show your face, Mr.
If you have a government that is about themselves.
Play it again, please. Play it again.
This is a puppy show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people.
Don't show your face, Mr.
If you have a government that is about themselves, fooling the people about choosing Jamaica when all they know how to do is choose themselves, dog, nyam with supper. I'm warning Jamaica, don't let that happen. Because this is a chance to make change. Change for the better.
Now, Mark Golding is the wickedest, liarest, criminal politician I ever met upon. But I'm going to say something strange to you, and I want you to just go with it. Just go with what I'm about to say to you. But I listen to it over and over and over again. Whenever I watch this movie, Angels in the Outfield, where they two little youth them Danny Glover, and two little youth them, well, one of them could see Angels, and there's this motley crew of baseball players who them team losing all the time, and the whole of them old and them injured, and nobody can seem to throw a good ball, nobody can seem to lick a good ball, and the youths pray to God to ask God to help them, and God sent them angels. And you know the parts of the show where here is this one where him arm shot and he has never, I mean, in the playing a game for about 3 seasons, but him never the team. And he would call the coach and say, I him for a pitch. And the coach said, why? She said, what? He said, there's an angel with him now. There's an angel with him now. Well, this is like that, but the opposite of that. So here's Mark Golden talking about, you know, choosing Jamaica and all that. And then suddenly, him give a little jerk. And when Michelle played again, I want you to watch. It's like the devil, the little son with the devil, are where each up on Mark back. Because the devil have sons and all of them back. And dating back and pan Mark back and pan bunting back. So the one where they had back, while he was talking about choosing Jamaica, just juke him and say, yeah man, said a part about, you know, the world is a crisis. And
this is a Papi Show government. So comrades of the, this is a Papi Show government. So comrades of the Darliston division. This is a Papi Show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people.
Don't show your face, Mr. King.
If you have a government that is about themselves, fooling the people about choosing Jamaica when all they know how to do is choose themselves, dog, nyam with supper. I'm warning Jamaica, don't let that happen. Because this is a chance to make change. Change for the better. Honest government, competent government, committed government. And that is what we are about.
Michelle, man. One thing, man, you must listen to me, man. You know, listen to me, you know. I want you to play back the video. I want to tell you, stop it. I want you to stop it right away. Play it back.
This is a Papi Show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and...
Play it, man. I'm not tell you to stop it. We'll soon get the hang of this, you know. We'll soon get the hang of it. What I want you to see, and I want you to go watch it yourself, is the sudden
this
change.
This is a Papi Show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people.
Don't show your face, Mr. King.
That's the point. Him talking about the choosing Jamaica thing, and suddenly him get the joke from the devil's son. Talk about the part about the, you know. And comrade, let me tell you, that
this
part.
is a Papi Show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people.
Don't show your face, Mr. King.
If you have a government that is about themselves, fooling the people about choosing Jamaica when all they know how to do is choose themselves, dog, nyam with supper. I'm warning Jamaica, don't let that happen. Because this is a chance to make change. Change for the better. Honest government, competent government, committed.
I am telling you this though. Every now and then, Mark Golden and Dayton Campbell, every now and then, when they're going off, them get a little push from the devil, because the devil control them, to do something or say something that is truthful. And I want you to listen to me. What he just said a while ago about the world, and you have to have good government and all of that, absolutely true. Let's applaud him. Absolutely true. Big up Marky G for that. He said that the world, we need to have good government in Jamaica because things rough in the world. The world leaders, them at odds with each other. I'm just telling you what I mean. America can't do know it's bedded from its bed foot. Canada doing them one thing. Everybody doing them one thing. Africa rising up. I mean, the world is not in a mess. Or if it is, it has always been in a mess. But the world is in a strange place now, comparing to what we have become accustomed to. And Mark Jefferson is absolutely 100% correct. Because what he's saying to you is this: you can't, in this troublesome time of world politics and world economics, at this time, decide that you want to try out something with some amateurs, pedophiles and criminals and finsack creators. That's what I'm saying. Don't try out nothing with no amateurs, man when I know nothing, man when never run nothing, not even a youth club in them life. You can't switch your good government now in this world crisis to go employ which pedophiles, thieves, Machiavellian people, white British Jewish man, none of whom have ever led anything in their lives, and you can't just go hand over country to them. Stay the course. Let's clap Marky G again. We're clapping Marky G. Stay the course. The world is in a peculiar place now. We need stability in our Jamaican politics. We need stable leadership. Leadership who is established. Leadership that already has recognition. Leadership that have friends abroad. Well known abroad. Leadership that is not Jewish, but leadership that is already established. Leadership that know what they are doing already. You know, hire some amateurs who need to learn on the job because they never run nothing yet. That's what Marky G said. Him just put it in artful. Him never try to collect himself because the devil's son in the back and whisper them ears. So never collect himself properly to deliver it properly. Marky G saying things stop out the world. Friends are few in the world. It is every man for himself. America is now experimenting with isolationism. Something of pre-World War II thing. They're flirting with that. Everybody in Europe coming together, protecting Europe. Africa rising up for Africa. And we don't just in our little corner. We don't respect somebody. We are all our corner because we want to be able to constantly drink red stripe beer, smoke ganja, hang out on the beach, eat fish, cook when we want, hang out when we want, play a bingo, drink rum. We just want to have stability, which we have. So there's no need to go shake up the apple cart and put some amateurs in government who don't know nothing about governing. Next thing you know, you got throw out the experienced man them who are run the thing and put in them amateurs here. And suddenly we begin to look like America. That's what Marky G saying. Clap him again, man. Clap him up, man. Big up Marky G for that, man. Mark Jefferson Golden has told the truth. He said, things are going good in the world. You need a government of stability, a government who know what they are doing. Can't be him, because he has never been government. He has just been a nasty-looking white Jewish man hanging out in our Senate with a British passport, pretending to be us. He has just been a nasty Jewish white British man who just get some new clothes the other day and start not smelling so raw and think that him cute and think that somebody wants him to be prime minister. Mark Jefferson is saying, stay the course. let us stay the course. Jamaica needs to stay the course. No jive. Try and imagine him as Prime Minister, Bunting as him, I don't know, probably second, him left hand in juggling. The pedophile as him right hand in juggling. Bunting as him left hand in juggling. The witch over and over him head put on a broom. And all the little hands them. Try and imagine that. That is what we're looking at. Should you, the Jamaican people, decide that they don't want to experiment in this time when the world facing all kind of things? I personally don't believe the world facing any kind of great crisis. I personally believe that the world go through changes every now and then. So what changes take place with a new pope who have black blood we hear? We don't know true, but that's exciting to hear whether it's true or not. It makes us give us something to talk about and feel good about. So there is that. There is P. Diddy and trial and Cassia testifying a ball, so she never whined and a freak off, but she did call the man them and pay the man them. What things have won. And Ibrahim Traore down in Africa raising hell. Huh? And them a war, them prepare for go to war with France. Not physical, not no gun war, just war. Yeah? Mr. Trump down in Qatar collecting plane. You know, all kind of things are going. And with all of that, the only uncertainty in all of that, the only uncertainty is this. The only uncertainty is to have leaders without balls. The only uncertainty is to have leaders who can't lead. The only uncertainty is to have people pretending to be leaders to come run country. You can't move the country to them man there. You can't, you simply cannot. No matter what you think, you can't. Jamaica is a Christian nation. And as a Christian nation, we should be led by Christians, not by a Jewish white man. Now, Michelle, you tell me, say you find the clip when talking up, when running up in mountain and chatting up crap about Danny. Why is the thing freezing? I don't know why it's freezing. I don't know why it freeze. Maybe because I chat too much. You say you found the clip
you
that...
have an MP? You have an MP? I don't know. I don't think you have no MP. Yeah. I never hear him in Parliament yet, may I tell you the truth. I've never heard him in Parliament yet. So, yeah, so I don't really know if you have an MP.
Members, on his feet and ready to make his presentation is the member from Westmoreland Eastern. We now welcome Member Daniel Lawrence.
Madam Speaker, it is a pleasure to address this honorable House and this, my third occasion. To report to this country and to the people of Westmoreland Eastern and my performance during the past year.
Because Mark was a liar, wicked, corrupted man, you know. He's a liar, wicked, corrupted man. The man got the man consequency. And I suggest to people in the man consequency that them have the MP. You have an MP, nothing could have an MP. You have an MP, nothing could have an MP. Why never be him talk and I laugh for the man? He might laugh after the slave son. The slave owner's great-great-grandson, a laugh after enslaved great-great-great-grandson. And the first the calamity that Jamaica finds itself in. In a place like Westmoreland. Westmoreland. The slave owner's great-great-great-grandson. In the constituency of Eastern Westmoreland, a laugh and a undermine and a denigrate the son, the great grandson of the slaves that his great grandparents owned. I would think that the reward for that kind of behavior should be that would make him prime minister. That's your idea of a reward. Our reward to him should be we kick him ass back to wherever he comes from. That's what the reward should be. And I'm not even going to say that he should apologize to Danny. And Danny should even ask for an apology. We should just chalk it up to be that this is him mocking us. It's something that him get up and do every damn day. Him not care. Him not taking no, him not take no caution. Knowing that he was a white British Jewish man, there's no caution in his tone or demeanor when he speaks. Him just say, but the devil's son in him back, I tell him, what you say? Can the devil have control of this man's heart and his soul? What? Which member of parliament, which leader of any party do you know would have gone into a man's constituency and questioned his legitimacy, question his existence? Do you know any? Do you know Peter Phillips would do that? Or Pusha would do that? Or PJ would do that? Mr. Siaga would do that? Do you know? No. None of them would have done that. It only takes a white British Jewish man to go down to the man constituency but disrespect him. This parliament that we have, we need some more powers. We need to just give ourselves some more powers. I mean, don't take that literally. Because we don't want to know things so the bigger, higher, mighty. But there should be something for a member of parliament to go into another member of parliament's constituency and question whether he exists, yes or no. And you could have said it and then back it up a little bit and say, no man, don't forget about that, man. That's all could do up. Me know Danny, you know. Yeah, man, we say each other all the time. None of that came. None of that came. You could have run the joke, you know. You could have run the joke. And then to come and say, look a joke, you know. I know Danny's a good guy. He can't bring himself to do that. It is inherent in his character, in his soul, to denigrate black people at every opportunity that he gets. We are a Christian nation. You hear that, Danny? I don't know what denomination you are, but we are a Christian nation. Don't say nothing to him, Danny. Don't say nothing to him. Just walk around with a whole heap of picnic. And make sure everybody who said Dayton camera can't walk around with nobody picnic. And make sure you tell the people of East and West, I said, don't, when you see me come, lock up on the picnic them. Lock on the door, run go in, put up on the picnic and stand up in front, and pick them start behind you. Don't answer them, Danny. Just walk around with a picnic. That's all. And make sure people know, say, they walk around with the kids in them because these are the future. I hope them can't walk around with kids because my problem with kids. People might lock him up if them see him, them kids round him. Jamaica is a Christian country. And this man have this thing in his head that he can't seem to get rid of. It can't come out of him. It will never come out of him. This is who he is. And he's on a mission for his people to conquer us again and make us theirs again. And a lot of you out there planning that's not going to do it. But I know I'm a woman of faith and I'm an optimist. I am a woman of enormous faith and I am an optimist. And I know that if we all work together and get the information out to Jamaican people, that will not happen. And we have to make the Jamaican people understand that we do not elect prime ministers. We don't. We don't elect prime ministers. We elect members of parliament. And after we elect members of parliament, the party with the most elected members of parliament gets to choose the prime minister. So therefore, Mr. Ives have to step it up to make sure that Bunting don't go to parliament. And Damien Young have to step it up. Talk about Michael Phillips. We don't talk about them man there. We don't have to cross the line. We don't have to be disrespectful like Mark Golding. Because them man they are the fellow black brothers. Yes, they are wicked. Particular Bunting, my slumdog millionaire is a germs. But you still have to talk about all of his proclivities and all of his whatever in a respectful way. But your responsibility to make sure voters know what they deal with. You have to make the comparison. You have to make voters understand why this man over Central, you know, him Rhoda beat. And these are some of the reasons why Rhoda beat him. And Rhoda have to say, well, this man is the mayor. Him is a councillor. But there are parts of him that don't fit the criteria to sit in our nation's parliament. King Charles III, God bless him, as much as he says that he did love Diana, and I do believe that he did, but Charles has always been in love with one woman all his life. And now to have all them man pack up in parliament with all kind of different maladies, social, sexual maladies that is plaguing all of them. But them want the parliament going to full up of all kind of pedophiles and woman beaters and we have to find a way to get the information out to the Jamaican voters, to the voters in the constituencies, and make them understand that no one of them people represent the man. We're better than this. We're better than this. We have to do it. We are a Christian country with Christian people, 99.9% or more. We are Christians. Seventh-day Adventists, we are Christians. Jehovah's Witnesses, we are Christians. The Church of the Bible in Patwa, we are Christians. Catholics, we are Christians. Anglicans, Church of England, we are Christians. Evangelicals, we are Christians. Poco, we are Christians. And the all the other ones, that the Methodists and all of them, Quakers, we are Christians. Judaism is not only a religion. Judaism is more than that. It's history. It's tradition. It is rites and rituals. It is more than just a religion, which is why it is so deeply separate from all others. The Muslims, them also worship differently, but if them call him Allah, it's still Christian God I'm talking about. There are no Jewish people anywhere in the world except America. No Jewish, no white Christian man couldn't go down to Israel. Pardon me. Go talk about him want to run for prime minister. He couldn't run for nothing. He couldn't even run for outhouse cleaner. That's not how it works. Because being Jewish is a total different kettle of fish. Now, me and all of us, we are totally in support of the Jewish people. We're also in support of the Palestinian people. We think that people should live together, just like how we live with our neighbors. Them, we think them should live good together as neighbors. We have business with them Cascas and them Alabalu down there. It's a for them thing that. It's a whole different kind of thing. We have got school for to study that. To them think deep and big. But just like how they would not want a Christian to lead them, we must understand that we cannot, should not, must not have a Jewish white British man leading us and calling himself Prime Minister of Jamaica. And someone want to go find that out. Someone want to go see how that look. When I was a child, and them said hurricane a come. Oh, we didn't want it to come. Of course, we want to see what it look like. We're children. Plus, when the rain fall heavy, the water will go to the road in our shorts. Never know better them time. That goddamn time the environment wasn't so bad. So we'll would catch all kind of thing and then already. And we hang out on the road and the roads them flood and we push car out the road and we make money. So we want rain for fall. We never understood it then. We want the hurricane to come, the storm to come, because we never see a storm. And we want what the storm look like. You know better now, don't we? We don't want to see it, do we? Do you want to F around and find out? Do you? I don't think you do. I don't think any of you want to find out. I think all of you fully understand what is it that is at stake here. And I'm going to come on as often as I can. And I'm going to go a road and now I'm going to take on the Christians them. That's going to be a new thing. If we get some new clothes, so we can go to church. We need to go talk to the Christians then. I mean, let them understand what going on. Particularly the PNP Christian them. About how this works. We're a Christian nation. We should not be led by a British Jewish white man. And that's all there is to that. Now, the final thing I want to talk about tonight is not really talking about it. Because it's not something that I want to talk about. Everybody that knows me know that when something terrible happened to a child, I don't want to talk about it. I could never be like anybody else on social media. I can't post nothing about what happened to the baby, the 9-year-old baby. I can't post anything. I can't do no YouTube video on it. I can barely talk about it. I can't talk about, like some people talk about these things. And they're going to details and talk about this. My heart can't manage it. So I don't. But the thing that I want to say tonight is this. I am more into prevention than cure. The same thing will tell the JFJ, Jamaicans for Justice. You can use the vast amount of resources that you have. And you can help prevent some things. And there's a guy in my community who went to prison for a couple of years, about 15 years, for rape. I never remember him until they let him out and him come back and him round the Christian, don't know how it ends with him family. And I thought that let's try some rehabilitation and come back. What are we going to do while we're watching? Nobody ever asked him to do nothing. But the first time that I asked him to do something and give him some work, everybody started giving work. Everybody after me giving him some work. And then this happened with the baby. And I'm suddenly not comfortable at all. So I started the preventive measures. First thing, if I fire him, it's the first thing. Not the remorse about it. His job was simple. To sweep up from the beginning of Spalding Boulevard, come all the way down here to Wilmot Drive, sweep up, go to the bank, pack up the garbage, just to keep the ends clean. It's just something I do regular with my other neighbors. But we give him the work. 3 days a week, $1,000 a day. He also wash car. Like wash my niece's car and the mat them. And give him some work. Since it's happening, baby, fire him. But I not want to fire him. Put in some additional preventive measures. Because some people were saying some things about some things that him probably doing round a fit them ends. I'm going to talk to him about it. So the preventive measures are, nobody around this side must hire him to do nothing. We don't want him around here at all, doing nothing, not absolutely nothing. They have to keep him on females. I have to talk with the neighbors and everybody and make them understand that this is the way we have to go to protect our own. And therefore, those are the preventive measures. And if anybody hire him and then something happen to one of our kids, and him not gonna feel it, they're not gonna feel it, whoever hire him too. Preventive measures. And everybody can run up their mouth about all that could have and should have been done to prevent certain tragedies and our babies. And it's hard. I have a thing. I wake up in the morning, I see 3 new man stand up there so and make spliff and look up music I play and them a whole of vibes and I'm a new man. And you say to Mr. Sister, who them there? Or Francina, who them man there? Or say Paula, who are those? But depend. You know, some see them from yesterday. Or when they made them come to you. And Patrick Roberts accounts, I can tell you. And when we see them kind of strange man in the place, new men. Not that them do not, you know. It's just antenna. And I'd walk up to them. And I said, good morning, gentlemen. How are you? My name is Karen Cross. And who are you? What's your name? And so where you gentlemen come from? And because of the way you approach them, they're going to give you the information that you want. The approach is simple. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you this morning? My name is Karen Cross. Yeah? So who are you? First I seen you here. Him give you the information. Where you come from? You get the information. So did you come here to somebody? Yeah, the brethren there. So who that? Tell you who it is, it's John. Yeah, so, well, gentlemen, this community is a peaceful community. No man in charge of nothing about yourself. A pure woman in charge of things. So I don't know what John tell you or what, because, you know, John a bad man or not bad man, would probably think John in charge of something. John in charge of nothing. Pure woman in charge of things. So, you've been here for 2 days now. And, you know, you come here in peace and nobody not going to rape nobody or rob nobody and trouble nobody things. Then you are welcome to come and hang out sometimes. But if you don't, and go to work, I hope, or have something to do. But if that's not your intention, then, you know, we'd appreciate if you don't stay long. Now, it is always respectful. Always. So that when they leave, they're not kind of feeling somebody. Because nobody know this them up. Explain to them that this is our community and this is what we are doing. And this is what we want to keep it. So we'd prefer if you're not there. You go back at your place. And then you say, John, no, you say, you need to, did you brief them, man, about how this thing is working? Yeah, man, yes, yeah, Mr. We do it, man. Them there for them, not come link me because of so and so. Yeah, man, them nasty, man. Them know the thing, man. Explain the thing to them. Cool. That's all. Preventive measures. Why we do it? Why do I do it? Because of years of war. Years upon years upon war. As you done war with the man them cross, so you are war with the man them down so. As you done the war, then we are war with the man them cross. So. It was just wars. And once we get the peace, that is the other war. To fight the peace. Preventive measures, we call it. And we have done pretty good with very limited resources. As a matter of fact, the only resources we have had is from the Councillor Patrick Roberts for our ends here. And I'm sure, and yes, and the Member of Parliament as well for out there. So, but I'm saying that it is not within my nature to get up and talk about what the boy do and where the mother there and how the place steer. preventive measures. And it is not easy. It is not easy. The baby was 9. 9. We still call our 30-year-old them in your baby. It was 9. There's nothing to say about that. There is no narrative, no argument to hold. There's no blame to be cast. There's no going back to talk about woulda, coulda, shoulda. It just is. And communities must stop relying on government for preventive measures. Preventive measures can be done by a community that value their peace and their security. And yes, it's hard because I have to take a lot of flack for it. Sometimes some people hate me. Some them say they hate me and them say they love me, and then something happen and they say they hate me and them say they love me. But I can live with that because it is preventive measures to ensure that the whole of the pit of them, you see how when school girl did, and all of them are out there till all hours at night. Nobody sleeps. No adult. No sleep. Until we are absolutely certain everybody in the yard. Absolutely certain. But them safe. Preventive measures by communities. Not vigilantes. Not war. Simple preventive measures. Checking out things. How you do. The fence that look good, we had to put them there to fix up. I'll get some zinc, I'll make some zinc, I'll fix it up. Place to open. There's always somebody complaining. As them see me stand up or sit down and see me go away. Them start talk. You know, say, Ray down there, sir. And the yard open up and the girl put them in there. That is basically saying that we're going to do something about it. Preventative measures. And then those who taking it to be some kind of political football where they can score points with. The baby is gone. She's with Jesus. She's safe. She's okay. Now, all I want to know, we'll look political mileage out of it. Some on social media who are work for other people. We need to cut it out. Because you cannot. It must be news. It must be broadcast. People must know. There must be some semblance of discussion around what we could have done, yes. What we should have done, yes. But we're missing the entire thing completely. We're missing it just like how JFJ missing what they should do is preventive measures, simple things. Preventive measures to ensure I had a goddaughter down the road. On Sunday, I come up and say, I'm coming from around the road. So where are you coming from? Our grandmother said, around the road to who? I don't know who. That grandma never run that joke with me ever again. You want to send Pitney to run a man yard? That means not a bad man. You can never can tell, but as far as I know, I'm not a bad man. Don't send my godchild. You walk down there to yourself. Don't send my godchild. I'll come down and come slap you up. Don't do it. Preventive measures. And I'm not the only one. Everybody, there's a whole crew of us. A whole crew of us, women. 1 and 2 men are going to let them part of it, but we make them feel inclusive. But women, communities, it is the community that must look after their own and stop blaming other people and talk about government policy and all of that. That have nothing to do with it. Not a thing. And that's all I have to say about that. Michelle, are we done? I hope so. Thank you all so very much for joining me. God bless you all. Remember to share the video to all those who you think need to hear it. And stop by again the next time when we're on. Anybody want to talk, Michelle? Can you tell me if anybody want to talk? I won't back because I really want to. Since I was forced to talk about the baby, I really want to just sign off now, if you don't mind. All right? So thank you all for joining me. God bless you all. Stay safe, everybody, and keep your children safe.
Yes. There's a time, in Jamaica when certain things.
You have an MP? You have an MP? I don't know. I don't think you have no MP. Yeah. I never hear him in Parliament yet, may I tell you the truth. I've never heard him in Parliament yet. So, yeah, so I don't really know if you have an MP.
Members, on his feet and ready to make his presentation is the member from Westmoreland Eastern. We now welcome Member Daniel Lawrence.
Madam Speaker, it is a pleasure to address this honorable House and this, my third occasion. To report to this country and to the people of Westmoreland Eastern and my performance during the past year.
This is a puppy show government running around, cutting ribbons here, there, and everywhere, trying to give the impression that good things are happening, but the people are feeling the pain. And comrades, let me tell you, with what is happening worldwide, it's going to be a challenging environment for any government going forward. You better have a government in place that knows what they're about and is looking after the interests of the people.
Now show your face, Mr.
If you have a government that is about themselves, fooling the people about choosing Jamaica when all they know how to do is choose themselves, dog, nyam with supper. I'm warning Jamaica, don't let that happen. Because this is a chance to make change. So comrades of the Darliston Division, I want to ask, so comrades of the Darliston Division, so comrades of the Darliston Division, I want to ask you one question. Are you ready for Dr. Dayton Campbell? Are you ready for the People's National Party? Are you committed to doing what it takes to deliver the victory? Comrades, you sound like you're ready.